Now at 5, one person is dead after a shooting in West Allis, and a neighborhood is on lockdown as police search for the gunman. Hello, I'm Katie Crowther. Thanks for joining us. That shooting happened this morning at an apartment building at 92nd and Lincoln. Jonah Kaplan is live there. He talked to neighbors about what happened. But first, Veronica Macias leads our team coverage with the latest on the police investigation. Veronica.
Katie, the victim's family is here at the police station waiting for any updates. Police have not released a name or a description of who they're looking for, and this all started just before 7 this morning when police say they responded to a burglary call at the victim's apartment building.
Shortly after that, the call was updated to include shots fired.
When police arrived, they entered the apartment in tactical gear and officers surrounded the area. They found the victim shot inside.
Over the period of the next hour, we cleared all of the other apartments in the building as we had information that a suspect might still potentially be located inside.
Investigators say it appears the suspect has some connection to someone who lives here. This woman wiped away tears as she waited for news about her son. Immediately after the shooting, police were seen at this church just 2 miles away at Greenfield and 62nd Street. Parishioners say police came in and pulled their pastor away right before their service started.
They just made an announcement before he was going to preach that something was going on. There's an emergency, and they played a video sermon. And the police were going up and down the stairs.
Police aren't saying if the shooting and the search at the church are connected. We still do not know the relationship between the shooter and the victim or what led to this shooting. The victim's family tells me that the one shooter forced his way in to the victim's unit. Reporting live in West Allis, Veronica Macias, today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks, Veronica. Hours later, police still have that apartment building blocked off. Jonah Kaplan live there, where neighbors had quite the scare today. Jonah.
Yeah, Katie, we're here 92nd and Arthur. You look behind me, you could still see a lot of the police tape here blocking off a full block here in West Allis. The home where this took place, the two-story apartment building, is actually the second one from the left. It's that one with the brown shutters right there. But you could see here all this police tape, and earlier this morning there was even more of it blocking even more homes, meaning people could not leave their homes on a Sunday morning. In fact, there are close to about 100 people who had to stay inside. They couldn't go out for a Sunday morning walk. They couldn't go out for breakfast. They couldn't even go to church, some of them, they told us. Many residents we spoke with, they talked about how they had to watch everything from inside, and the toughest part for some of them, trying to explain to their kids exactly what was going on.
Probably the kids being around, you know, and you're 6, 7, 8, you know, cops sitting there with assault rifles and, you know, the rescue or the bomb squad unit or whatever they were out here parked outside and, you know, having to walk through, you know, crime scene tape to get into your yard.
Now, if you could see here, traffic moving along one side of the street. Something else I want to point out, there's that blue hospital sign. That's because we're actually only a few blocks away from an Aurora hospital. So, speaking to residents here, when they hear sirens, it's not that big of a deal. They usually think it's an ambulance. So it wasn't until they looked outside this morning did they really see something so different than what they could possibly expect. We're live here in West Allis this evening. Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
All right, and Jonah, what's the situation like right now? Can these families now leave their homes or no?
Well, at least in this immediate area where there's about, again, 4 or 5 different homes and small apartment buildings, you're probably talking about a few dozen people. They still need permission from police if they want to leave their house. As for everyone else in the neighborhood, they are able to stretch their legs, but many people still trying to talk with police to find out exactly what happened. We, of course, will be following this throughout the evening, and as soon as we find out anything, we will share that with you on air and online. Katie?
All right, thanks, Jonah.